Namaste, my friends, and welcome or welcome back. Anapanasati Pranayama will be the topic of this video today. It's one of my most practiced and most favorite pranayamas because I truly feel the amazing benefits and effects that it brings. So this pranayama technique is very, very powerful and can bring you to the enlightenment itself. But of course, a lot of years of constant practice are needed. So don't pretend that in one day you will go into the samadhi or nirvana. If you want to be more calm, be more stress resistant, to be able to control your mind better, to be more healthy, especially if you have any problems connected to the stress, to be able to look at the situations from a different angle and understand different people better, even to get to know yourself better. And also, it was scientifically proven, and yes, this pranayama was studied, that this pranayama particularly increases the connectivity in the brain, which is amazing. Only that can make you curious and motivated to at least try to practice it. If you want to know which pranayama gives all these incredible benefits, stay with me. First of all, I need to warn you that before starting practicing any pranayama, you need to be a moral person and live a moral life. Or it is recommended, let's say. What I mean by that? Well, don't live like you're the only person living in this world, and don't do to others that you don't want to be done to yourself. Like it's a sum up in couple words. Or actually, if you're familiar with the Yama Niyama of Patanjali, perfect, that's what I'm talking about. If not, go and put in the internet Yama Niyama, and you will have a list of things to do and not to do. That will help you not only to become a more moral person, but to have a more productive and better life, happier life. For this particular practice, it's not only recommended, it's almost mandatory. So please be careful. It's really, really, really strong practice. If you're not sure whether you can practice any breathing technique, you have any health problems, please consult your doctor. Even though in this practice we don't have the retention of the breath, so it shouldn't be a problem technically. So let's go immediately to our practice. Anapanasati Pranayama. This is actually the elongating of the breath. Studying the works of many, many teachers, you can notice that even though they're talking about the same thing, they're talking about it differently from different angles, and they perceive some aspects that are more important than others. One thing that they have in common, they all say one thing, that as the pranayama develops, your mind will become more calm. How to perform it? The first and the most important, find a quiet place where there is no traffic, people, animals, weird sounds, anything that can disturb you. The second, it is highly recommended to be in the full lotus pose. If you still don't have it, don't worry. Usually it takes months, maybe even years to master it. And if your lotus pose looks like that and you can sit only for 1 second, better to choose something more appropriate. If you don't know which exactly position to choose, I have over here a video of 6 meditative positions that you can use. And also check this video over here of one of my practices of the hip opening that will bring you closer to your full lotus pose. Well, I will put mine a bit better. So if you don't have a lotus pose, choose any comfortable position, better meditative position. Second thing, the back is completely straight, like there is a metal rod inside of your back. You can even bring shoulders up, back and down, but be sure the back is straight. Don't lean on anything. You should be able to work with your muscles. Do the Hatha Yoga practices more often, and you will be able to sit in this position for a longer time, and you will be much more comfortable. Another aspect is your eyes, to keep them open or to keep them closed. It's up to you. You can keep them open and they will close themselves while the practice develops. So what we do, we focus on the breathing, on our breath. And this is already more than enough if you're a beginner. You simply focus on the breath and try to calm yourself down. Don't force anything. Don't try to elongate or shorten the breath. Simply let it flow. The moment you reach when you are not influencing your breath and you reach the balanced state, it means that you're ready to go to the next stage, which is the actual pranayama, the elongating of the breath. So, for example, you're breathing normally at 4 counts, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we start elongating the breath, doing like this. For example, you inhale 5, exhale 6, inhale 7, exhale 8, so on and so forth, till you feel the slight discomfort. So it may be at 7, it may be at 15, 20, 45. Important that the exhales are equal the inhales. If you can do 20 inhale but 10 exhale, go back and do only 10, 10. This is crucial. Also, if you're a beginner, this is more than enough. Simply focus on the breath, like elongate it and stay in this in this number. So for example, 15, 15. Stay there for as long as possible, focusing on the breathing. Of course, thoughts will appear, especially in the beginning. It's very chaotic, like a monkey running here and there. But the whole point of this pranayama also is to train our mind. So bring your mind back to the breathing. It goes away, bring it back. And stay here as long as possible. If you're able to sit with your legs crossed and straight back for at least 20 minutes, let's say, you can go to the next stage when you are focusing on the specific parts of your body. Usually it's either the part under your nose, the place under your nose, or the place of the third eye. So we even stop counting. So for example, half of the time that you're planning on doing the practice, like 30 minutes, 15 minutes, you're focusing on the breath, and 15 minutes you're focusing on the point in your body without counting. But it doesn't mean that your breath should shorten. Your breath should remain elongated, very, very long and calm. So we stay there for the remaining amount of time. Once again, thoughts will appear, try to shy them away. The goal of this practice is not only to elongate the breath, but to calm your mind. So if you elongate it and then your body's shaking and you're waiting for the inhale or exhale, no, go 1 count lower, let's say. And you may reach the state when your mind and body becomes completely soft, and you will reach this calmness of the mind, and also maybe be able to go into the dhyana or the meditative state where the 5 senses disappear. So you won't be able to hear any sounds, any smells, any feelings of cold and hot, etc. The exiting of pranayama is as important as entering, very slowly and very gradually. We start counting backwards. So for example, 15, then exhale 14, inhale 13, 12, 11, so on and so forth, till you reach the normal rate of your breath. For example, 4 counts. You stay there for as long as you feel comfortable, and then you open your eyes and exit from the pranayama. Be careful with the position that you're sitting in. If you're in the Lotus for 30 minutes or 1 hour or more, it's possible that you will have some very weird sensations and numbness in your legs. First of all, it's completely okay. Don't be scared. Don't worry about it. But exit from the position very gradually and very, very slowly. So don't try to lift your calves. Don't try to lift your feet. Simply slide them very, very slowly like that. And maybe do the inhale, exhale. And don't push it. Don't use the force of your hands to do that. The last aspect is when to perform pranayama. Anytime, of course, but If you perform it in the morning, you can increase the count a bit more to have a bit slight discomfort, let's say. This will help you to be more mindful and to accumulate the energy during the day. You will be already more energetic, let's say, and ready for the day. If you do it in the evening, don't stress too much. Maybe go one count less to calm your mind, to get rid of all of the energy that you don't need, and to get ready for the sleep. If you feel anxiety, stress, depression, any emotion that you don't want to feel during the day, take 10 minutes, practice this pranayama or breathing technique, Anapanasati, and you will see how a different person will come out of the mat. If you have any questions regarding this particular technique or anything else, please leave them in the comments. I will be happy to answer. And don't forget that getting to know about the pranayama technique is not doing it. So please put it into practice, give it a try. I'm sure that you will feel the difference and you will feel the benefits already after one time. If not, give it another try. Thank you so much for dedicating this time. I will see you on the mat very soon. Namaste.